Hey guys, welcome to another video. So in this case we're gonna be replacing the chimney. So yeah, our first job is to set up the scaffold here on this side of the house. So let me show you here what we're doing today, so you guys kind of have a grateful idea what we're doing. See, so that's the furnace right up there, but because we have all of these cables here, we just can't build our scaffolding here. So that's why we decided to build a scaffold on the other side of the house. But look at that, it's pretty old, right? So we're gonna start setting up the scaffold. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you how bad this structure is. Look at this, you can take the bricks off of it. So you guys gotta be very careful with your chimneys that they don't get this bad. A strong wind can knock this down pretty easy. Yeah, so if you haven't given any maintenance to your structure, any furnace structure or a chimney, I always recommend to do it every 2 years. Yeah, so you don't let this happen to your structure, because this is really bad. Well, as you can see, I can move the bricks without doing. Look at that. And I'm pretty sure the whole structure is the same. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. Yeah, be careful with your chimneys. I wanted to show you this here. We just took down the furnace bricks all the way down to here, and I just noted that there's no soakers in here. This is what it has instead of the soakers. So there's only that one right there and this one here, which is nothing good. I just pulled this one out. So here, this is all he has. Right, so this is what we have here. You guys see this before without the structure, but now I have built the structure. I finished it all the way up. Yeah, so as you can see here, there was no soakers, there's no metals in here. This is what they done. They put the coke in here to stop the water from going in. And yeah, you guys see before what happens when you do this. Because of this, you have a little bit of, there is a little bit of eroding on that side of the roofing. But let me show you how this should be done. Just gotta remove this. Yeah, well, let me remove this, and then as I remove it, I'll come back with the video. Right, I had the caulking removed, and as you can see, they also had the staples here showing. I don't know why they done this, but anyways, I'm fixing this. So okay, so this is what the soaker is gonna look like. This should go in here like this. Right, I drilled these two holes here because here is where I'm gonna shoot my nails in there to keep the metal in here in place. And then after this, oh, I had to put this right. I'm gonna start setting in there my soakers like this. Let's say I'm gonna shoot a nail here. Then after that, I had to make sure I cover with this flashing, with this metal here, my nail underneath so it doesn't leak. Then after that, got the shingle that's going in here like this, right? Then I got my other, then I had to nail it in here, put a nail in there. Then I got my other metal going like this in there, like this, just to make sure that the nail in here is covered so it doesn't leak, right? Then once that is done, then I'm gonna do the flashing, and I'm gonna caulk this corner here. This needs to get filled with caulking, but I had to do first my flashing, which the flashing that's gonna go in the chimney. I'll show you in a minute how I'm gonna do that. I just wanted to show you this part that it was missing, and that it should have this on the roofing. All the time you should have your soakers. This is what is called soakers, and the metal that goes into the chimney is called flashing. Yeah, so you should have all the time soakers on your roofing. If you don't have that, it might cause damages to your roof. And like I said, well, you don't see, you can't see right now, and I don't want to pull this up so hard, but right here, that part right here, it was rough because of that. I mean, silicone is not going to stop water from going in. It will for a couple of years, but no for a good 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, which is what you want your chimney to last. I also had to clean the chimney, the bricks. So I'll do that here, and I'll show you a video when it's done. All right, let me install the soakers here, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna do with the flashing. Soakers in, I just finished installing them, and I just wanted to show you how they look like. And that's how they should be installed on your roofing. Right. So now I'm gonna start with my flashing. So here, this is what I'm gonna do with the flashing. Let me grab a piece of the flashing. Right, so this is the flashing. If you see that angle there, it's not a square. So that's the same angle I had to cut over here on the brick. The reason cutting this way, like that, as I micro there, is in case you had any water running down here. Any water runs down the wall, it won't come up and behind the flashing, right? So this is the only way I can guarantee water is not gonna get behind it. People normally, what they do, or roofing guys, what they do is they put silicone behind here, and they stick the soakers onto the brick, and that's how they leave it. According to them, that's finished. But that's only a temporary fix, I will call that. Yeah, because it don't last long. The other way people do it is they have the flashing in a square shape. So when they're building the structure, what they do is they put the flashing like this, which is what they had over there on that chimney. Let me show you there. See that chimney there? That's what they do there. On every course, they put the flashings in. What I don't like about that is that when you put the flashing in, you put the flashing in with mortar. But the trouble is mortar won't stick to metal. So that's why I don't like doing that. On there, looks like if they just caulk the outside of it, just the face. And I don't like that either. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna cut this screw here with my grinder. Then once it's cut, I'm gonna fill it with caulking. Once it's filled with caulking, I'll push my flashing in it. It'll go all the way in, and then I will fill the outside to make sure it's sealed, right? And then if the caulking fails, there's no way that the water is gonna get behind and up my flashing and around it. So that's the way I do my flashings. And yeah, but let me show you how I let me start here, and then I'll show you how this is done. So here, as you say, I have my cuts here. So I just gotta fill that with caulking. Same here on the end. But okay, let me start here. So as you can see what I'm doing here. Then my flashing here, when I was bringing him up here to the scaffold, I bend it. Okay, that's about saying hi. Okay, let me get this ready, and then I'll let me start the video, then I'll come back. Right, I'm ready. I'm gonna show you how I do the first one. Then after that, I'm gonna start the video and I'll do the rest of them. But it's just so you can see what I'm doing here. See my cut there? How it's made in an angle? Some of them might come off, but that's okay. I can always fill that with caulking. So now, now we push the flashing in. Right? So that's the first flashing. Now once this one's in, we can fill this with caulking. And we bend the ends like this. And that's the first flashing in. Now you just gotta fill the face. Right? Now I can guarantee this is not gonna leak. And that's the same thing I'm gonna do all the way around. So let me finish this and I'll show you how the flashing is gonna look when it's finished. Oh, one more thing. Roofers, they normally put the nails in here for the soakers so it doesn't move this metal. But what I did, as you saw, I put 3 nails up here. So there's no way this can leak, right? All right, let me carry on and I'll show you the final look on it. I still gotta clean it out. Look at that mess. I'll clean it out when I'm done with the flashing. This is the flue liner they had before, and this here, that's a simulation of the structure up there that is up on the roof. So I measure it and it's just exactly the same as what we had up there. But so this is the flue liner. So see, the only space you have here is only maybe 2 inches. Let me measure. 2 inches, 2.5 inches. Yeah, it's about the same. Yeah, 2.8. 2.8. So what happens from there? If you wanted to do something easy, you can always just bottom mortar here against here, which is what they done before. But that's not a good job. This time, what I wanted to do is I wanted to install the right flue liner, which is this one here, 8x8. I should have a 6-inch flue liner from the top of your brick finishing chimney height. Yeah, but in this case, what I wanted to do is I wanted to have a stone cap around it to stop the water from running along the walls of the chimney. And that's very, very important. If you don't do that, let me show you what happens. So as you can see what happens when you don't have that cap up on the top. So it's not just an idea. See this chimney up there? Yeah. See up there? It's falling apart. And if you pay attention, it's the crown. It's the very, very top 2, 3, 4 courses. That's what happens when you don't have a cap. And that's the worst part of the chimney. So that's why you need to have a stone cap, similar to what you have here on your roof with an overhang. See, you got an overhang there. So what I'm planning to do here, which is normally what I do on every chimney, is put the right flue liner, 6-inch flue liner, right there. Stone cap, right here, with an overhang, as you can see there. That's the overhang. Plus, it needs to have this angle, same as the roofing, so the water falls away from the roofing. I mean, from the top of the chimney. See, but that's the idea. The other thing is people normally build this with mortar or concrete. For the cap. I don't like to do that because mortar and concrete always crack. Plus you don't have the overhang to keep the water away from the walls of the chimney, from chimney walls. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you this, and that's one of the reasons why I am changing the size of the flue liner. As if I do the 12-inch, it wouldn't work. And the other thing is I can't not have the flue liner on top of the cap because it might fall apart. The flue liner needs to be in there, as you can see there. That's the proper way to be installed. Right, guys, I just finished with the structure here. Take a look at the soakers flashing. There is no way that water can get in there. Take a look. See, I always cut my angles upways. Same in here. This one, it's been cut the same. As you can see, it goes down. Right. And I always like to wrap the corners around, so you don't got leaks here on the corners, because that's what you normally have leaks. So the way this one's done is I got the soaker right up against this soaker up here. Then I put caulking. Then I put the flashing on top of that caulking. Then I fill it with caulking again. I bend this metal back on there. And then I put the flashing on the top. So any water running down here, it runs up down here. So there's no way this can leak. And I just finished cleaning the structure here. Look nice. Cap is already done. Stone cap. Look, I paint a flue liner, aluminum flue liner furnace cap. I mean, this is stuff here. I put the silicone around there to stop any leakings going in. I thought my spray can I got, I thought it was black, but it's blue. But anyways, nobody's gonna look up here. And yep. So it's complete finish. We just had to take down the scaffolding, and that's it. Alright guys, I think that's it for this video, for this job, and I'll see you guys on the next job. Thanks for watching my video.